Alright guys, welcome to my first impressions of Close Combat: The Bloody First. Now this is the beta, so I want to kind of point that out before we kind of begin, because if you do see any bugs, any things that don't go on correctly, it's because it's in beta. The game's actually releasing in early October, so I kind of just want to point that out before we dive in. So going right into the game, as you can see here, you got a map of Europe and of Africa as well as Italy. And each one has a number of scenarios. You hit Omaha Beach, and you got these two here, and then Tunisia. You got a whole bunch of here. So right out of the gate, there's a bunch of scenarios that you can actually play. So that's really good. It's about a dozen, looks like. So that's a plus. Oh, and there's much more battles here. Look at this. It's about a couple dozen. Oh, these are okay, these are operations. So in terms of battles, there's a couple of dozen that you can play, which is really good. The other thing that I really like is a scenario editor. So you can go in here, you can pick a map, you can put in units, and you can go at it. So that's a big pro. I really like that they added a scenario editor as well as a number of scenarios that you can play right out of the bat. I think the scenario is going to come in really handy for the community. That's just going to like push out tons of content. So one thing that I wanted to let's go right into here, and this was the game I was playing before. I didn't get a chance to finish it, so let's do that now. As you can see here, this is your main force. These are the guys that you can select. You can go in here and kind of change it out. I'm actually probably going to add... Wait, can I add that in? Nice. Cool. I definitely want a 37mm anti-tank gun, and let's see if I can get me, let's get me some support units. Anti-tank. Okay, I was hoping for some... Dang, I was kind of hoping for some mortar units. But either way. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's rock and roll. Alright, so the first thing I want to kind of cover, guys, right out of the gate is this map. It's a really nicely textured map. You can see even like the sand grains, right? The shadows from the trees, sand tracks from a vehicle that was moving. So they put some particular attention to this map, and I do appreciate that. So that's one of the things I kind of want to mention right out of the gate. Second thing is, once I hit begin here, you'll see some Germans popping up from these areas here. It's going to get quite loud in a second, so I just want to, there you go. You got Germans already popping up. So that leads me to my second pro. Select the unit. You just left click, right? You get this little thing right there. Go over to the unit, right click, and just hit fire. Ooh, I got that son of a bitch. Nice. Alright, so as you can see right there, it's quick, easy. I like it. The only thing that I wish that was kind of different, I would say, is I would love for an option to be included where I can tell the guys to not fire, right? And this comes in handy for like, where is it? Is he in here? Yes. So the tank punchers, right? This guy has the rifle grenade. I don't know if it's, just a limited amount of it, or he has an unlimited amount of rifle grenades, but I would love for an option to be there where I can just say, don't fire. As you can see, he's already hitting there, and, I want him to use a rifle grenade on a more opportunistic target. So that was the only thing, and it's it's a small con, but I would love for an option to be there just to have a unit not fire. Oh man, they already took out one of my guys here, unconscious. So another cool thing is once you select the unit, right, you get the stats down here. They're healthy, wounded, if they're unconscious or unconscious, if they're killed, what their status is. So that's another pro. I like getting those detailed stats right there, so I like that pro right there. Let's see what else I can show you. Animations. There's some nice unit animations. If I move this guy where I want him. Yeah, go right here. So you got nice fluid unit animations. And you got some traces running around. Somebody's going to about fire in a second. And it kind of also lets you know where the rounds are hitting, right? So once this guy gets hit, you see them firing already, but you'll see this glow red, right? once this guy is taking rounds popping around there. So then after this, I want you guys to sneak up there. I also like this mini-map. Kind of gives me a heads up. So I'm going to rain heck on their parade right there. And then I got another German unit over there. It's okay. I don't think he can get that long distance on there. Let's see if we can get an MG42 over here. Anti-tank. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to mention besides is since I mentioned tracers, I want to mention the nice sound effects. So when you have the volume on, even on low, you can hear those rounds going off. And it really, like when everything goes, like when these units get closer, it really sounds good. It feels like, you know, you're in like a war zone, right? It's just non-stop artillery fire, you know, small arms going all over the place. It really immerses you. So big props to the developer for that. I really like that. See these guys moving in, they're pulling up. And then you guys, I need you guys to start moving. Head over here. So this is my main objective here that I need to secure, not lose. They're trying to flank those fractures. Shit. Oh! Oh shit! Yeah, no, I see that. They're firing on my guys. Holy shit! Panic, broken, routed. Ooh, that wasn't good. Oh shit! I really fracked up there. All right, you can see, and you can hear that fucking ammo just going. Hoping to kind of flank those frackers, but yeah, that's not going to happen. Alright, so that leads me to another nice pro right there, is stuff can get really out of control. You know, if you make one wrong decision, you can lose. And I really like how, you know, everything turned red right there, and kind of like you get that escalation, that drama right there, that like shit's going really bad. So I really like that. And the last thing I have to say, which is my last con, so I only have 2 cons for this, is that I can't pause the timer. I would love to just pause it. The only way you could actually pause is if you click this, hit option, and then, you know, leave, gotta take a, you know, latrine break, whatever you gotta do, and then come back, and then go right into it. It would be nice to just have a pause button, but... And before I close out this review, I wanted to kind of show you another scenario here. This was in one of their previous screenshots. And as you can see, like zooming in, you have some even really nice textures of, I would say, like a makeshift town here. And you can see units kind of like stacked up before using cover, which is really good here. Let's see if I could just have them move over there. And you can see how automatically they kind of put them right there. And the computer automatically sees that there's some terrain there, some, you know, thing they can use as cover, right? And automatically just presets it to actually do that. So you don't actually have to go crazy and say, all right, I need you to like sit here. No, go over here. There's some games where you try and put them in cover, and for some reason the computer has a hard time, you know, engaging them in cover. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Overall, guys, I really am looking forward to this game. This is I've been waiting for this game for a bit, and I'm really glad that the developer put so much time and attention to it on the terrain side, the the graphics, the animations, the sound effects, and even the music. When you actually launch the game and you're in the main menu, some nice music there too. So, first impressions wise, guys, I'm impressed. So yeah, I really like this game. I can't wait to play the Normandy campaign, and October 3rd is when it's coming out. So yeah, be sure to put this on your wish list on Steam, and just count the days. All right, catch you guys in the next one.